All right, listen, men. That was a terrific half of basketball. We got a great chance of closing this series out, and that's just what we're going to do. We're in a great spot, and it's because of the defense we've played. Keep up that intensity, and they've got no way back into this game. On the fast break is where we showed the most signs of life. When we pushed it, we were able to catch them on their heels a few times. The pace of the game, just to bring that up real quick, isn't a huge concern because I think we're suited to play at any speed. But somewhere in the middle of the tempo spectrum would probably be ideal. Let's not mess around. We got a chance to lock this series up right here. Now let's do it.
Okay, fans, put your hands together for...
And welcome back to the NBA playoffs as we get ready to continue with this round one matchup. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
You know, and as effective as he was at slashing to the hoop in that first half, even better at finishing once he got there.
Guys, we saw some amazing dunks from him. I can't imagine he'll be able to top those in these last two quarters, but I'd love to see him try.
LA's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. Aaron Baines out there with Griffin, and it's Green in at the 3 slot.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
Brooks against Paul.
Sticking too much.
Outside Williams. And some nice passing there by Houston. 6 on the shot clock. Harden outside. Brooks from outside. The shot is off. Clippers trail by 21. Off his foot. And they're saying he kicked the ball. Here, he's got 6.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Shape up, shape up.
Redick with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Paul, no one around him. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
Paul against Brooks. And Houston again with the bucket.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
And time for a look at the 2K leaderboard. From downtown, this group of shooting guards was locked in all throughout the regular season. You take a look at Redick. He's absolutely deadly from outside.
And, you know, 2 guard is where we traditionally find the best shooters in our league, and he's no exception to that rule. I mean, look at the success he's having from three-point range.
And, Greg, the key to that success for me is his constant movement without the ball. I mean, he works extremely hard to create and find the space he needs to get his shot off.
Feeds to Griffin. Here's Baines. Williams with the block. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Redick. The shot misses.
You know, they're not totally dominating the glass, but they're definitely doing enough to keep this lead right where it is.
Yeah, but they've separated themselves, Clark, in a number of categories. Rebounds just being one of them.
Brooks against Paul. The drive by Brooks.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop chop there with that one hand tomahawk slam?
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. Redick with the bucket.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
You're right. 3 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Brooks outside. From deep three-point range, can't hit. And the Clippers will come the other way. Stolen by Brooks. Caspi with the bucket. Caspi's got his second bucket tonight.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Stokes is checked in for Capella, and it's Brewer in for Caspi. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Mills, he's checked in for J.J. Redick.
And that's another 3. And if the defense is hoping that they don't heat up from out there like they did in the first half, they may be in for a real bad surprise.
Baines, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Well, he's an undersized center, but he more than makes up for it with some serious leaping ability.
Paul against Brooks. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
Man, I don't know what happened right there.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Houston's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. And that one's good. Brooks.
You have got to make some kind of a defensive adjustment here. He is just lighting them up from beyond.
Greg, I don't know what else they can do. I mean, even when they've closed out on him, he's still been knocking them down.
And welcome back to the NBA playoffs as we get ready to continue with this round 1 matchup. The Rockets shooting nearly 70% from the floor. They are putting on a clinic offensively. Brooks, he's in at point guard. Henderson out there with Marvin Williams. Then there's Andrew Godlock. And it's Stokes in at the 5 down low. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge win.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Paul against Brooks. Paul dishes to Richmond, and the foul called on Freak. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And that's his 4th, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession.
And you know what? Just a little too much heat on that pass for him to come up with the steal.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that was going to be a tough catch for either one of them.
Here's Arthur. Nice jump shot from the top of the key.
Couldn't run the inbound play any better than right there.
Ball against Brooks.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
This one for 3. Richmond with the rebound. LA has gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. And that one's good.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Henderson kicks to Brooks. There's the 3. That's good. Brooks has got 53.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Yeah, Greg, you know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
The finish. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Shot clock at 6. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Weber, he's checked in for Gautlach. Jeff Green is checked in for the Clippers. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Shoots. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
And here is Brooks. Shoots. And that one hits back iron.
And that's the shot he has to take.
Exactly. That's the right look. The decision was good. He just didn't execute.
Here's Weber. Soft touch off the glass. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Rockets.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
For Houston, they've gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting at even 50% from the field.
Move the ball.
Brooks up on top, defended by Paul. That's good. 57 points for Brooks.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Beasley with a screen on Brooks. Pass to Richmond. Beasley kicks to Paul. Launches it. It's rebounded by Houston. The dish now to Williams. Brooks with it. Chris Paul covering. Fires from the corner. The rebound by Jeff Green. The Clippers have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Passes it to Richmond. All sorts of time. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got his 8th assist here tonight. Now Brooks. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
It's really been a tale of two halves, hasn't it, guys? As far as taking care of the basketball, immaculate at halftime, but he's had too many miscues here in the second half.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Andrew Nicholson, he's checked in for Jarnell Stokes. Caspi comes in for Marvin Williams. And Corey Brewers subbed in for Gerald Henderson.
And guys, just really impressed. They made big plays when it counted, and that's why it's going to be on to the next round for Houston.
But Steve, you know, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out Clark this kind of punishment to.
Well, you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Brooks. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
That's his 5th personal foul. At the line for the Rockets, Marcus Thornton.
First free throw is good. Alexis Ajinça has checked in for the Clippers. Solomon Hill comes in for Jeff Green. And Thornton drops 2. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And here's Brooks from outside. And that one's good.
And you can sense the fact that they didn't want to let the fans down here. It's been a fun night to be in the building.
Greg, it really has been. I mean, such a lively, vibrant atmosphere. And no doubt that played a part in the big win.
First personal foul. Shooting for Houston, Alexis Ajinça. Taking 2 shots.
And he makes the first. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
Not Of a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And they're not finished just yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, not taking any chances, Greg. This is how you close a game out. Textbook.
Thornton passes to Paul. Stolen by Brooks. This one for three. Rebounded by Ajinça. Paul outside. And they're going to move on to the conference semifinals. They had control the whole series, and they are just rolling now, winning round one, 4-1.
And they are going to be tough to beat, Kevin. A few days rest afforded by taking this one in 5. Round 2 should be exciting as well.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, Gerald, we often hear coaches.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present to you our Jordan player of the game, Freak. It was lights out shooting at its best from him in this game. 60-plus points is rarefied territory that few players. And that'll do it for our coverage of this entertaining Round 1 series. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K